Hey guys, so today I'm going to be looking at things people have done to save face. So yeah, let's just get right into the video. The first time I took a bus in a new city, I pulled the stop request code at the wrong stop. Instead of just being a normal person and telling the driver that I didn't mean to do that, I got off the bus and walked for an hour in the rain. This would be me too, you know? Like, I don't ever want to admit things like these. Like, I did something wrong and I should just suffer the consequences kind of thing, you know? Like, I don't want to be like, oh, sorry, my fault. Yeah, I didn't mean to do that. Because then I'm just going to be that annoying person that people would, you know, find annoying. Because I'm just going to be thinking, everyone's just going to be looking at me like, oh, now we're going to be late. Even if it's just 1 second, but like, you know what I mean, you know, like, I don't know. Back in primary school, I had a crush on a girl. Her younger brother was kind of a friend, so I'd hang out at their place every once in a while. Thinking it would be weird to ask if I could hang out, I'd go for a run past their place and hope they'd notice me and invite me in. It worked, but most times I had to turn back and run past at least 4 times before they'd invite me in. Oh my gosh, this sounds like me, honestly. This is kinda the equivalent of when you show that you're online and you hope your crush will talk to you kind of thing because you're online, you know? You put the green bubble, okay, I am the green bubble, please talk to me. I am not the orange bubble, I am not away, please talk to me. I feel like I would do this too. That's so funny, they run past at least 4 times. What if they knew? What if the brother and the sister knew and they were just laughing, you know? What if they knew? I ran into a past coworker at a bus depot. Had nothing really to talk about and it got awkward fast. A bus came and the guy said, "This is me." It was the one I was waiting for too, but I didn't get on because what would happen if I did? Made it worse, as he got on, I said, "Drive safe." I would do this too. I feel like I can relate to a lot of these, you know. Oh my goodness. Like, I just don't like small talk, okay? So like, if I go on a bus or train with someone that I'm not close to, but we have to talk kinda because we know each other but we're not close, I hate it. Because then I have to go recharge when I get home because I talk too much, but like, you know what it means. I don't like it. I allowed my neighbor to call me the wrong name for 7 years because I never corrected him the first time he said it wrong. Oh. Sometimes I just feel bad correcting someone, you know? Because what if they think I'm being mean? Even if it's my name, I feel like I'll just be like, okay, you can call me that if you really want to, you know? If you think that's my name, then you can call me that, no problem. I was at a club once. The DJ was taking requests. To make a request, you had to fill out a slip of paper and give it to him. Anyways, I'd do this, walk over and hand it to him, and he was like, "Alright, man, nice," and held out his hand. For some reason though, oh, he wants to hold hands, and held his hand for like 10 seconds, fingers interlaced even, and just looked at each other the whole time. Then it hit me that he wanted a high five, and I got super embarrassed. How do you think he wants to hold hands if he's doing this, you know? I would understand it if he was like this, you know? But like this? That's weird. I'm really bad at conversations with strangers when I can't hear them well. Person, where's the washroom? Me, pardon? Person, where's the washroom? Haha, yeah. No, do you know where the washroom is? Oh, never mind. This is me. I can never hear someone when I want to hear them. What is this, honestly? Like, I feel like once you can't hear them the first time, you can never hear them. That's weird. Why? Spent an entire Thanksgiving weekend pretending I understood Korean because I felt too awkward to correct my friend's Korean mom who assumed I was Korean too. Oh man, that's so awkward. Pretending to understand a language when you don't. Oh. My friend's mom rolled my hand up in the window of the car while I was in the back seat. It hurt really bad, but I was too awkward to say anything, so I rode for about 10 minutes with half of my little hand squashed and hanging out the rolled up window. I think eventually I said, ow, or something to alert her to the situation. Yeah. This is me. I just hate confronting people. Or like, not even. I just don't want people to feel like it was their fault kind of thing. You know, like I don't want people to say they're sorry when it wasn't a big deal kind of things. I know, it's kind of dumb. I rode my bike to college one time and had no bike lock, so I tied it up with an extra shoestring I had, hoping any passerby would see it was locked without investigating too closely. As I'm leaving class, I see a couple students standing by my bike, taking pictures of my lock job and laughing. I sat like 50 yards away in shame, waiting for them to leave before I retrieved my bike and left. I would have done the same. It's just like how sometimes when your parents have guests over, you just don't want to go out to get some water because they're there in the kitchen. When I was in high school, I had a huge crush on a girl who worked at the drive-thru of my bank. I would go to a different branch, withdraw some cash, and then deposit it at her branch's drive-thru in hopes she was working. It wasn't until much later that I realized she could more than likely see I had made a withdrawal for the exact amount I was depositing just minutes before. She must think it's weird. She must be like, what is this dude doing? Withdrawing and then depositing the same amount? In French class in high school, everyone was talking over the teacher and she just couldn't get control over the classroom, and she was getting increasingly frustrated, and so was I. Just a whole room full of swirling talk and stuff. I wanted to tell everyone to quiet down, but for some reason, it got screwed up inside my brain and I barked like a dog. Or sort of like a dog, just a deep guttural noise. Everyone stared at me. The teacher asked if I was okay. I was so embarrassed. At least they didn't meow, right? I would rather someone barking. Yeah. I was doing a job interview in high school. The interview was going well and the lady asked me, how important is hygiene to you? During this moment, I forgot what hygiene meant and should have asked. Instead, I tried to act relaxed and said, I'm cool, doesn't bother me. I didn't get the job. They forgot what hygiene meant. It honestly would have been a lose-lose situation, you know? Because if they're asked, actually, I don't really know the definition of hygiene, can you explain that to me? The interviewer is going to be like, this dude doesn't know what hygiene means. Does he even practice it then? Yeah, it would have been a lose-lose. Was staying the night at a friend's house when I was around 10 to 11. Had to take a poop, and when I was all done, there was no toilet paper. An absolute nightmare. I checked under the sink, in the cabinet, everywhere. My friend was outside, and the only people in the house with me were his mum and his older sister that I had a crush on. So I certainly couldn't shout out that I needed more toilet paper. So I weighed my options, towels or cotton balls. So I wiped my butt with cotton balls. Okay, that's not too bad. At least he didn't use his socks, you know? Oh man, that's the worst nightmare though. This is my worst nightmare. This is why I always check before going into a toilet to see if there's toilet paper. When I was younger, I had a friend who lied a lot. I went to her house one day and she had those little colourful gobstoppers unwrapped all over the floor of her room. I asked if I could have one and she kept insisting they weren't gobstoppers, but wouldn't tell me what they were. I figured she was lying, and when she left the room momentarily, I popped a fruit in my mouth. Turns out they weren't gobstoppers. They were plastic balls from my game. I kept them in my mouth for probably 45 minutes until she left the room again, just so she wouldn't see. I mean, surely it would have only taken them 3 seconds to realize, right? Like, oh, you know, they had to keep it in for 45 minutes. They could have just turned around and spat it out. That's funny. Why would this kid think they have gobstoppers on the floor anyways? Really? As an undergrad, I was invited to a Halloween costume party. I only knew the person who invited me, and everyone there seemed to know each other. So I was like the odd man out. This is my biggest nightmare. After about 30 minutes of pounding jungle juice and standing around awkwardly, I went outside, buzzed to escape. I wanted to go home, but my friend had driven me. So instead, I found a gap in the shrubbery around the house's foundation and hid there, watching other drunks come and go from my cloak of concealment. This was all fine and well until a girl noticed me, and I guess startled because she screamed and made a scene. I booked it out of there and walked, in costume, a couple miles to a convenience store to call a relative to come pick me up. That was the last time that friend invited me to a party. Oh man. I don't even go to parties in the first place because I'm afraid this is gonna happen, you know, like my friend's gonna leave me and then there's just gonna be strangers. Sometimes when I'm alone in a strange place and don't know whether I should go sit somewhere by myself or join a group of strangers, I visit a bathroom, sit in the store for a while, go outside, visit another bathroom, and repeat until a friend shows up or class begins. Now that I think of it, it is hilariously awkward. Oh, I should have done this, eh? But like, I don't really like the smell of bathrooms. It just smells bad. Obviously it smells bad. I said bye to someone and we both walked towards the elevators in the hospital. It was just too awkward for me, so I proceeded to take the stairs down 12 flights instead. Oh my gosh. Yeah, that would be me too, because I don't really like elevators. I would have walked down the stairs too. I was walking in the hallway in middle school and dropped my binder as cool kids the grade below me were walking by. Instead of just picking it up, I decided it would be cooler to barely even care and kick my binder across the hall towards the classroom I was going in. It instead spread its contents everywhere. The cool kids, trying to impress the cool kids, gotta kick my binder. Gotta kick my binder like I don't care. Well, that's it for the video. Hope you guys enjoyed. Tell me in the comments down below what your thoughts are, and as always, thanks for watching. Hope you guys liked it, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye!